Something wicked this way comes.
I've chased storms all over the country, and I can say chasing storms in Michigan is tough. Compared to the flat terrain and unobstructed sight lines of the plains, Michigan has lots and lots and lots and lots of trees, which makes it very difficult to see tornadoes coming until they're right on top of you. At which point, they may uproot a few of those trees and throw them at you. So it's not just tough, but it can also be dangerous. On Tuesday, May 7th, 2024, forecasts pointed to a shortwave trough approaching an unstable atmosphere primed for supercell thunderstorms. If these storms could ingest surface air parcels, then all the pieces would be in place for them to become tornadic. This storm system was the same one that generated the high-risk outlook and tornado outbreaks in the plain states the previous few days, so to me, it wasn't worth writing off. The SPC outlined an enhanced risk area with 10 hatch tornado probabilities just south of the state line, and models predicted low-level moisture advection into that area with the nose of an upper-level jet streak near the Michigan, Indiana, Ohio border area. A warm front lifting through that same area would provide a boundary and backed surface winds, while daytime heating would generate instability. I targeted the area near Coldwater, Michigan, near that Michigan, Indiana, Ohio border area. As a pair of supercells entered extreme southwestern Michigan and quickly became tornado-warned, I moved to intercept the southern supercell, as I reasoned its rain-cooled precipitation core would cut off the warm inflow to its northern neighbor, and it would become the dominant storm. I was wrong, as that northern storm went on to produce the Portage EF2, but at this point I was already committed to the southern one, which, at least for now, was feeding on unobstructed, warm, moist inflow. I positioned ahead of the rotating mesocyclone and let the storm come to me. I stayed a little further south, anticipating the typical right turn that these tornadic storms can make. With very limited clearings in the tree lines, I had to resist the urge to get closer, as I didn't want to be caught off guard and run over by a right-moving supercell with a now-confirmed tornado in tow.
It's back there. There's the RFD cut, horseshoe. Should be right back there. Let's go see if we can find it. Here's a nice clearing. Nothing's gonna blow down on top of us. Let's take a look at what we got here. Get our situational awareness. Make sure we're not in the road. All right. Not that I think anyone's coming, but we'll turn those on. All right, what do we got here? Escape route is back the way we came, to the south. It's a good road. You can hear it coming. That waterfall noise. It's not a waterfall. It's gonna be right in there. Wish I could see a little better. Rapid upward motion. Scud being ingested. Is this a nuclear slot forming here? What do we got? There's our wall cloud. Let's see what's attached to that.
What was attached to that would come out from behind the trees in about 30 seconds. A cone tornado wrapped in wet RFD with a pronounced, misty rear inflow jet, feeding into the tornado's base as it skimmed along the tree line.
Yeah, I know, I see it. Oh, that's a TE.
A tornado emergency, or TE, is an absolute worst-case scenario, and it's one that I hope you never find yourself in. When it comes to tornadoes, a basic tornado warning means that either a tornado has been sighted or National Weather Service Doppler radar has indicated that a tornado is occurring or is about to occur. If that tornado is extra bad and up to no good, they might issue a tornado warning with what's called enhanced language. And in that sort of tornado warning, it will say, this is a particularly dangerous situation. And we call those PDS tornado warnings. If you're the sort of person who ignores a tornado warning from time to time, I definitely would not ignore one of those. But even still, there's another level even above that, and that is the tornado emergency, or TE, or TOR-E, as they're sometimes called. These things are exceedingly rare. Only a handful are issued in the U.S. every year, and to get a tornado emergency, you need to have a confirmed tornado on the ground, capable of causing catastrophic damage, headed directly towards a population center, like a city or a town, where the potential exists for significant loss of life. Now, the tornado that I was on is the one that generated the TE for Michigan, and it was Michigan's very first tornado emergency ever. The tornado had just finished beating up Sherwood, Michigan, and now decided that it had a beef with Union City and was headed directly that way. In the video, I'm about 1.5 miles south of Union City watching it cross, so let's get back to it. It's going to cross right in front of us.
Let's go get it. Right there. Wish we had some better visibility. Ourselves a clearing. That's it right there. The heavily forested terrain of southwest lower Michigan makes keeping constant eyes on the updraft base very difficult. The best I could manage was glimpses through the clearings as the tornado accelerated while skipping off to the northeast. What do you do in the Midwest when there's a tornado emergency issued for your town? You go outside and look for it. Midwest way. We got a rainbow over there. There goes the cops. That probably means there's damage.
seeing that. There's the responsible party. That sucker. That's just part of the flanking line. Real responsible party's over there somewhere. Caught back up to here. I don't think it's going to produce anymore. It's, here, if you can hear me. I think it's occluding. Looks pretty messy. Some rapidly rising scud over there being ingested. So the updraft is still there, but I don't know if it's going to produce a tornado again. It doesn't look like it will. And that's good. That's a good thing. We're going to stay on it here. See, people say Michigan doesn't have any chasers. Look at all these guys. I think that's all she wrote. That looks incredibly disorganized, and I don't think that's a tornado maker anymore. I've been wrong before, but I don't think this is one of those times.
In all, 6 tornadoes were confirmed in southwest Michigan that day, and while no lives were lost, they did result in 20 injuries and over 100 families losing their homes. The strongest tornadoes caused EF2 damage, though the winds of the Portage tornado were estimated at 135 miles per hour, and EF3 ratings start at 136. So draw from that what you will. As always, thank you for watching, and because Mother Nature seems really mad this spring, please stay safe. If you'd like to help those affected by the tornadoes in southwest Michigan or anywhere else in the country, consider donating your time, money, or blood to the American Red Cross. You may not know this about me, but before I wore this hat, I used to wear this one. And I can tell you from personal experience that the American Red Cross is more than generous in assisting communities and those who've been displaced from their homes by fire or natural disasters, but they can't do it without help from people like us. For more information on how you can help, visit redcross.org.